So hello world, my name's Amelia, and say hi to my black little cat. It's always a little bit of a clickbait to open up a video with this cat. Okay, you can go. So anyways, as you can see, I'm in a I'm sorry. Did my pinky just shock you? I think my pinky just shocked my cat. And my head is actually kind of... Did you just lick me? Okay. We'll kind of do this here. Does that work? As you can see, I'm in a little bit of a different position. I was planning on doing a video. I know I've gone like 2 weeks without doing a video, and it's just been really hectic with Christmas and New Year's and all that. I had my birthday. I had all this really awesome fun stuff happen. Are you still in the shot? Yeah, okay, now you can't see him. And I just know that it was time to do one. But as I was trying to find a position to record in, it just was not working out. So anyways, I know that I kind of need to clean up my room a bit. As you can see, this is all my clothes. I need to stop doing this stuff. I got a little bit of a problem. You know, I sit there in transition, and my clothes hoarding abilities just almost go off the rails worse. So anyways, I figured it was a perfect opportunity to maybe talk a little bit. And maybe, you know, do, I don't know, like a decade in review kind of deal. Well, I at least cleaned up a couple of my articles of clothing. I'm not even sure why I necessarily folded that, because technically there's a hole in it. Oh look, the necklace is inside my shirt too. So, I just wanted to really quickly think about the last 10 years, because something that I constantly was hearing today, was everyone kept mentioning how it's the end of the decade. And I really want to personally think about the things I have been through. Where are we at? 3 minutes? I want to just think about the things I have been through for the past 10. I think that needs to get washed. For the past 10 years. You know, I started out this journey, I mean 10 years ago. I tell people about how much I've changed in the last year. And I tell people about what he used to be like. I mean, this decade last year, he was working at AT&T. Or I was. Sorry. You know, if I was talking to my psychologist right now, she'd be concerned with the fact that I'm talking about my past identity as being a completely different person. But of course, at the same time, if for any of you that have seen my old photos, I look nothing like my old self. But anyways, and I've just been very appreciative. He was working at AT&T. Oh, that was my neck. And it was April of 2010 that I got laid off. I went and started my own business, and it's kind of, I don't want to drown into that whole conversation piece, but what ended up happening, okay, I actually kind of feel awkward now. What ended up kind of happening was, I don't know, just the whole progress. Mostly everything that has happened to me happened in 2018. When I had finally said I had enough and I was going to need to transition in order to have any hope of any life ahead of me. I had already known that without... You know, it's actually kind of funny. I've lost a little bit of weight, but now I feel like my size of jean is like monstrous now, even though technically they're just a little baggy on me. I don't know. It's just that whole thing that I just have an appreciation for how lucky I've been. Because I've seen some trans women not do very well. do nowhere near as well at transitioning as I potentially have. I work at a job where 99% of my customers identify me as female. I've luckily, I have been able to update my legal gender and name. I've probably spent under $200 getting all that updated. I've had, being the fact that right now, this month has been a very difficult time for me. And I've had a very difficult time getting through this and having a lot of relapse and those kind of moments of dysphoria. Those relapses and some dysphoric moments. I mean, just in general, I gotta remind myself of the amazing progress. This is where something fell over there and I'm not sure what. I just gotta remind myself of the amazing progress I've had. I gotta remind myself of the things that actually have gone positively. And the fact that, again, it's just, well, I might not look the prettiest. I might not get the most number of upvotes on Reddit. When people might sit there and still tell me they think I look like a man. In the end, I'm still doing way better IRL than probably a vast majority of trans women can say. I mean, right now, what is it? 9 o'clock. We are 3 hours away from midnight. There's 3 hours left in this decade. And if there's anything I want to do in those last 3 hours of spending in this decade, I want it to be me having an appreciation for the benefits I've had. I mean, because I know there's some that were not as lucky as me when it came to successes. And, I don't want to sound narcissistic. I don't want to be an elitist. In no ways is that what I'm trying to say or what I intend to say. I don't know, it's appreciation even sum it up. Does appreciation even put it into the words that make it understandable? I mean, I was just meeting, I guess since probably a vast majority of people that might watch my videos are not trans themselves and are more so just interested. Hi, bye. Sorry, that was one of my other cats. A vast majority of them are not trans and they're just interested in knowing what is it like to be trans. I know that seems to be a very common situation. It's difficult. It can be very difficult to move one step forward and then look behind you, and even though you've made progress, you feel like there's so much ahead of you. I mean, because you're while normal non-trans cis people can expect to change, they don't see change. They don't see their future like trans people do. Especially when you're somebody who's trans who's currently on a journey. Usually what it is you're seeing this journey. I'm actually going to wash these because they're white. You're on this journey and you're looking forward and you're seeing the potential change that can still occur in you as a person. And the thing that you just keep thinking about is how there's always more change to come. There's always more to reach for. I can always get, like me, I really love myself. This is the best decision I have ever made to make myself happy, to put myself in a better position, to give myself a leg up in life. I mean, we're going to go over it eventually in a video, but I got my first psychology letter for SRS. And something that my therapist, I should say that, wrote in the letter, because I told her this, and she repeated it, which I think is great. She wrote that my plans for a post-operative life is for me to finally consider an education and a real career advancement, which is absolutely 100% true. I tend to look at my current predicament as kind of a holdback. My therapist did ask me, and again, I really don't want to focus on this since it's not really the point. She had asked me, what did I mean by that? She was actually kind of like, well, why can't you achieve that stuff now? And I was like, yes, I completely believe I can achieve it. The bad thing is that I feel like I'm not going to be able to achieve it to my fullest ability, my fullest potential. Because if I'm trying to fight it, if I'm still trying to fight gender dysphoria, I'm still trying to fight it, I'm not going to be able to go with my best, with my fullest. And that's why I really hoping to get surgery in April or May. Things have kind of been getting put off, but I really want this to happen. I want to get through the healing process. I want this to be a fulfilling thing, and there are promises that are made, and please don't anybody misconstrue what I'm saying. I'm only trying to sum it up to not waste your time in this video, but there is a level of just let me move on with my life. But that's the thing, you still look forward and you're like, I can still move forward. My hair can still grow in fuller, which this has probably been one of my most lacking areas, and that's why I wear headbands. I try to wear headbands all the time. I love my hair, how long it's got, but it could always get longer. I love the amount of muscle shrinkage I've had, but it could always shrink more. There's more progress as a trans person that can always be made, and you always see it. As I push my Google Home off that was stupid. Anyways, there's always this progress forward. There's this ability to move forward. And so it's kind of hard, especially in these months of hard time, I'm getting back to that point, to appreciate it. And that's why my goal right now is just to appreciate. I need to like myself. And this is what I told another person. The goal with being trans is to like myself. I love taking selfies now. I used to hate taking selfies. You look back at my photo album, and I scroll back through all these old photos. Photos of what I used to look like, wow, how'd I butcher that? Can be very far in between. But when you look at my current year, in the last 9 months, I have taken more selfies of myself than I have probably taken of myself in an entire lifetime. And that's because I appreciate and love who I am now. I'll sit there at the table at my parents', and there I am. Here's my phone. I'm like, here's another selfie to take. And somebody in my family will say something like, are you taking another selfie or something like that? And it's like, yeah, I am. Because I actually like myself now. I didn't like being him. I didn't like how I looked. And I had no drive to make him look even more manly or more handsome, because that was not who I was. It's like, I don't know, I don't want to say not taking care of the things you have, but in a lot of ways it's kind of like, stick me in something I don't want. Do I really honestly want to take care of it? And I think that's what happens to a lot of us, people. Anyways, we're at 15 minutes. Gets up there so quickly. And I didn't even like really go through even much of my clothes at all. You know, clothes. That was probably weird of me to do. And I got so much. I am terrible. I really am. I need to stop doing this. Anyways. Oh, this is actually one of my favorite shirts. I bought this at Walmart. I'm so glad they had a Frozen 2 shirt. It's so cool. Anyways, I'm hoping that to make some sort of progress through this whole mess, and I'm just going through a lot right now. Just kind of give you a little snippet. It's just been really tough. I had my birthday on the 29th. Christmas was on the 25th. Now we're in New Year's. The entire Thanksgiving was the beginning of the tough season. I mean, next year is going to be hard because I signed up for a bunch of benefit programs for my work to help further me along in a lot of different ways. So anyways, I guess this is the end of it. I will catch you guys later, and as you know, hey, you guys got a little behind the scenes here. I'm sure one of these days I'll finally get a grasp on this. So anyways, no cats to say goodbye with, unfortunately. I will catch all of you next time in my next video. Do not forget to subscribe to my social media and follow me on this channel because I actually enjoy doing this. I might not be your kind of like mainstream YouTuber and not even might even get that much views, but I still enjoy actually talking. Kind of feels nice in a lot of ways. Hey, look, Toothless is back. Hi, Toothless. Anyways, I will catch you later. Bye.